Hey guys, Howsomeone back at it once again with a brand new video for you, and welcome to episode 2 of our MotoGP 13 career mode Let's Play. And look at this, I made the papers as a wild card. How cool is that? Anywho, let's go on back to the calendar as we go for our second wildcard appearance. This time we're going to Mugello. So, by the way, between races in this first little wildcard part of your career, you get new offers every race, and you get to choose a team. And we got the on Jet's team again. We got the Gresini Moto3 GT. And I'm going to go for the FTR Honda team. It looks a little bit better than me. Their best rider ranked 6th last year, Romano Fenati and Francesco Bagnaia. Okie doke, we'll go with these guys because I like to look at their bike. Let's get the plane over to Mugello. In the meantime, while we set this up, a few things I want to get off my chest here. Don't worry, they're all good things. First of all, thank you all so much for everybody who's been leaving a thumbs up and leaving a like and just sending their support over for this episode. It's been fantastic. You guys have been wonderful in embracing me back, and you guys universally seem to love the series. I know little things were a little bit off, like the audio in terms of sound levels. I didn't realise that MotoGP is actually a quieter game than Formula 1 is when it comes to editing, so little things I had to sort out there. But besides that, it was all good, which is definitely reassuring and good to know. I'm gonna try and beat Antonelli in this one. My aim is 15th, so to allow us to score points. And yeah, this is going to be a longer episode, by the way. Mainly because I want to get the wildcard period out of the way. So I'm going to do three lap races. I'm just going to get the wildcard spot out of the way so I can get a full-time Moto3 seat for my second season. That's when the real work will begin. So this is going to be a little bit longer than the average episode. But hopefully it'll work out. I mean, I was talking about it on social media today about working out a new format for this series, and I think I've got it down. For Moto3, I'm going to do 15% race distance on hard difficulty. Only 3 laps because the bikes are relatively slow. But when I get to Moto2, I'll up it to 25%. So races will be anywhere from, I think it's going to be something in the region of 4 up to maybe 7 or 8 laps, depending on because every track, depending on track length or track duration of lap, will vary the number of laps you do in a race. I think in MotoGP, the top class, I think the lowest is 22, and I think the highest is 32 or something along those lines. I'm not sure exactly, but as you can see, this is the new paddock area. I didn't really show this off in the last episode, but it's a really nice touch. Like I said, Dorna and Milestone. The presentation for this game is absolutely fantastic. It really is. You can tell they really made an effort with this one this time around, and I think it's excellent. Also, I decided I'm not going to qualify in these episodes to make it a little bit more challenging, so I'll be starting from the back every time, which is going to be way more fun, to be honest. And qualifying just for a lap, it just seems like kind of a waste of time to add on to the video. And we're off in Mugello. Hopefully this might be a little bit faster than my last one in the straight line. For those who might want to know a little bit more knowledge about these bikes, they have about 50 brake horsepower. They were brought in last year to replace the 125cc class. These bikes have actually got 250cc engines. Whoa, wide there. That's not good. Yeah, despite the fact they have such a small amount of power, I mean, only 50 horsepower, I mean, you don't see any production cars with like less than maybe 80 horsepower these days. These bikes have 50 horsepower and their engines have only got a 250cc engine. I mean, that's smaller than what you get in a can of Coke in terms of capacity. But despite all that, these bikes can still go. Some of the top-end Moto3 bikes can still go at 160 miles an hour, which, if you think about it, is ridiculous for a bike that's engine is so small. These bikes have just got absolutely ridiculous power to weight ratio. There was like bump Fenati off the road. Oh, it's a bit of a nasty accident. Rewind that one. That was a little bit off there, I think. That's better. Don't worry, guys, I will try and refrain from using rewinds too much. Sometimes the game's physics are a little bit wacky, especially when you turn the physics model to semi-pro or pro. It can definitely get a little bit wild. Whoa! Wide there. My bad. Just kind of got away with that one a little bit. This bike is definitely a little bit quicker than the last Moto3 bike I used as a wildcard, but not by much. Performance rating on these bikes is low for a reason. Let's put it that way. Man, look how much speed I gained coming out of that chicane. I just blew Adjo out of the water there. And I know somebody in the comments corrected me. One of the accents I used for one of the riders is actually called it's called Ivan and Maverick Vinales because of the accent. I must admit I've never been good on my Spanish or any foreign language for that matter. I actually did French in high school, funnily enough, and I only took it till year 9, and I've already kind of forgotten everything I ever knew about French. I'll take that back. I actually did it all the way until year 11, actually. So until I was 16. Whoa, Danny Webb. Sorry, Danny. My bad. But this is going to be another case of me being faster on the corners than I am on the straights. But again, that's always a good thing in racing, right? Whoa, endo in again there. It's not so bad on these bikes. If you endo on the MotoGP bikes, you're going to have an almighty accident if you don't know what you're doing. Why do you think all those high sides happen in the sport for real? Half the time they're ending the back wheel off the ground because they're braking so hard. Sometimes you brake so hard in these bikes that the back wheel will actually come up. And when the back wheel comes up, it makes the bike really unstable. Clip that apex nicely. That was good. I see this pack up ahead here. That's Alex Marquez up there in 6th place. So yeah, I hope you guys are digging the series so far. I'm really enjoying this, and your feedback makes me want to keep doing it because it's been so much fun. And for those guys who've been asking me, no, I'm not going to stop my grid let's play. That's going to keep going as normal. I'm just going to juggle 2 let's plays instead of 1. So you know, what's better than 1 let's play? 2 let's plays, right? Better on the brake in the new Marquez. Around the outside of Sissy, something. I'm going to get past on the straights because these guys are just... I don't know why, but some of these bikes are just so much faster in a straight line, it's ridiculous. You'll see it now, look behind me. They're just going to blow right through. Thanks for coming, even with a slipstream. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I've seen some of these Moto3 bikes travel at 160 mph, it's ridiculous. And for a bike that's so small, and such a lack of power, I find that incredible. The brake horsepower per ton for these things must still be off the charts. Final lap around Magellan. This is actually one of my favourite MotoGP tracks, actually. I would love to see Formula 1 come here. But, I mean, Mark Webber said it's like, I'd rather do 1,000 laps with Mugello than 10 laps of Abu Dhabi. He said that last year, but then I think a couple of drivers actually started complaining that it wasn't very safe. Don't know why. I mean, how safe can you possibly make a racetrack? I think it was Jean-Eric Verne was actually one that was complaining. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it was Jean-Eric Verne. Which is kind of interesting considering he's like kind of been frozen out of this whole potential Red Bull seat going on at the moment. According to Christian Horner, it's looking like it's coming down to between either Daniel Ricciardo and Kimi Räikkönen. I mean, I saw Ricciardo testing today in the Red Bull, and he actually binned it like 9 laps in, which I'm sure wasn't the best impression he could have set, but you know, accidents happen, right? good for him, though. I hope Ricciardo gets the seat. I think he's earned it. And, you know, what's the point in a young driver program as an institution if you're not going to eventually put those drivers in the car? And then again, how often does a guy like Kimi Räikkönen become available? And that was a sweet last-minute pass. Can the bike hang on? I think it will. Yes, 4th place. That's excellent. Back-to-back fourths. That's about as much as I'm going to get out of this bike, because the ones up ahead are just ridiculously powerful. So I'm not going to beat him straight up. So yeah, Maverick Vinales wins. Lewis Salmon 2nd. Alex Rins 3rd. And I'm in 4th. Excellent. Those are pretty much the top 3 guys in Moto 3 at the moment in real life as well. Those guys are ridiculously talented. Just excellent bikers, and I'm sure we'll be seeing at least 2 or 3 of them in the top class in the next 3 or 4 years. Yeah, this really is a young man's sport. I mean, I've seen guys in this sport debut in the 3rd tier at the age of 15 years old. So these guys can ride their bikes at a really young age. And again, who's flying the flag for MotoGP right now in Spain? Marc Marquez, who's 20 years old. Younger than me. I turned 21 in August. He turns 21, I think, in February. It's ridiculous. So up to the novice level, as your reputation goes up in career mode, you'll get more interest from other teams. I'll show you my music. As you can see now, the Ambrogio Racing team are now interested, and the Avant Techno team are interested as well. One of the better teams, actually. So as you'll see, as your reputation goes up and the better you perform in these early races, the better seat might become available to you when you start your first full career. Anywho, race 3, we're going just across the border a little bit for Germany at the Sachsenring, and I think we'll take the KTM, the Avant KTM team with Nicolas Ajo in there as a driver. Who's just you get the bus up to Germany for round 3. Even though it's not really a round because I'm just popping in and out of the calendar. Like, the actual calendar for MotoGP isn't actually in this order. There's like 15 other races thrown in there in between. Just thought I'd let you know. Okay, any emails? Wildcard racing with Fan Techno. And the same. They want me to finish 12th. And I think they're targeting me to beat Danny Webb. Okie dokes. Let's have a look here. Keeping this as the same. Opponent selection. Who's the best guy in the field I can potentially beat? They want Danny Webb? Yep, we'll go. Okay, we'll take Danny Webb then. And they want me to finish in 12th. Okie doke. Excellent. Remember, guys, the higher you finish, the more fans you get as well. And the more fans you get, the higher reputation goes up. And the higher reputation goes up, the better offers you'll get. There's actually many achievements in the game that go alongside that as well. And there's Danny Pedrosa there. Pedrosa, I do want him to win a world title so bad, it's ridiculous. And before you guys ask as well why I'm skipping those video cuts, it turns out I got a copyright claim on episode 1 of the series because those video packages you get before a race loads up, they're exactly the same as what the TV broadcasts for MotoGP are, and I think Dorna realised that and filed a copyright claim against me. I've disputed the claim, so episode 1 is still up for the moment. As I'm recording this, it may not be. If anything happens, I'll let you know, and if I do get caught out for it, I will definitely re-upload it, but obviously just edit out that part of the video. So I would love to show it and talk about the track and things like that if it came down to it, but if I'm going to get copyright claimed every time, then there's no point in me doing that. And I can't make money off the videos either, which is just a damn shame. So much as I love doing this, I don't even do it for free if I can avoid it. You know what I mean? So yeah. And we're off in Germany. The Sachsenring, we just had this Grand Prix last week in the top 3 classes for you. Fun, enjoyable little race. I mean, Marquez, it really kind of was his race to lose, considering it had no Lorenzo, no Pedrosa. Lorenzo crashing in free practice, re-injured his collarbone, actually damaged the plate that was put in. I mean, how do you damage a titanium plate? That is just ridiculous. But unfortunately, he re-injured it. Apparently he's flying to Laguna Seca this weekend to race, even though the doctors kind of advised him not to. So I wish him the best. I mean, I hope he doesn't hurt himself out there in Laguna Seca. That wouldn't be very nice at all. But this track is wild. Sachsenring is a really awful track. It's ridiculously clockwise. There's only I think there's only something like 3 right corners on the entire track. It's just a really, really weird layout, and it's not, the track isn't normally this much favoured in one direction. Braking. Can I get past Maverick Vinales? Yes. Never been as high as third before, but Vinales is coming right back. Yeah, just past me there. Look at the speed I'm getting around the outside. Feel on the grass though. May just get away with it though. Vinales is getting a nice drag off the hill. Braking again, turn 1, coming in nice and deep. It's a nice pass. And I make it stick this time. But yeah, the Sachsenring is one of my favourite tracks, but it's also one that's really weird, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it's just, to have a track that's so biased in one direction is really weird, and it wreaks havoc with the tyres. I know I hate to mention tyres in MotoGP, it's nowhere near the kind of problems that Formula 1 have in tyre-wise, but the right-hand side of the tyre gets destroyed. So it's one of the worst on the calendar for tyres. It's up there with Catalunya, another one that's really bad on the tyres as well. And a lot of people say this track's kind of dangerous as well. There was a lot of crashes, and there was something like 72 crashes in all the top 3 categories as we blow past these guys, and Salem goes past that. We're leading a Moto3 race. And there's also this famous waterfall as well down the hill towards turn 11. It's a gorgeous track to look at, and the fans get really good seats. My dad's been to this race before, so he knows all about it. But yeah, it's a great little track. It's one of the shortest on the calendar as well, so it makes for really quick races. It definitely comes in handy. And there we go, 128.1, that's a very nice lap there indeed. Hope we can hang on to this lead. Salem is only 0.4 behind. But these Moto3 bikes in general in this game are so fun to ride. They don't have the same level of chances of, spinning out or power sliding like the top bikes do, because the amount of power difference there is. But that makes it more fun. I mean, it gives you the confidence to be able to push it a little bit harder going through the corners as well. So once you get the hang of it, it is really rewarding. And on a side note as well, it's amazing to hear all your comments saying some of you guys are actually ordering the game just because you're watching this Let's Play. That's awesome. And I really recommend getting this game. I think Shop2Net in the UK are selling it for £21 right now, and that is a bargain. It's the perfect price for this kind of game. £20, £25. And obviously not full retail price. Just pick it up, you play it now and again. You'll have a blast, I promise you. If you're thinking about it, give it a chance. I think it may be on Steam. Hopefully the Steam summer sale will help it out a little bit if it's around in there. Hopefully that might help some of you guys out as well. But yeah, we come round the last corner here, power touched a little bit, and we're going to win. We're going to win as a wild card. When was the last time that happened in MotoGP? That is an amazing result. You know what? I must admit, in my first career mode, I didn't even manage to pull that off. That's the first time I've ever won a race as a wild card on a bike that wasn't the best in its category, which is really satisfying.
Here's the final classification.
So yeah, we take the win by 2.9 seconds over Luis Sanon and Alex Rins, Maverick Vinales in 4th. We're going to try and pronounce the name of the guy in 5th. I may just take my own tongue off. So 35,000 fans, which is obviously good for the reputation counts. I think that might take me up to the amateur level, which might get me a top level wildcard race.
He's obviously delighted
with
today's result. He's beaten some top riders on his way to victory. A brilliant performance.
Yeah, the celebration animations are really kind of generic. Just like Formula 1 2012, to be honest. But, yeah, if they spent a lot of time into celebrations, I'd be quite concerned anyway. So, how long are we in? We're in 20 minutes long. Let's finish it off, we might as well, so we can start proper and fresh for episode 3, and we can start our first full season. So as you can see now, some of the big 3 are kind of knocking the door. You've got to get that amateur level. I'm at the novice level now, despite that. But yeah, the final wildcard race is going to be in Valencia, which in normal circumstances would be the final race of the year. And these wildcard offers, we've got Ambrogio Racing, we have FTR, and we have Angela as well. Let's go for the Ambrogio team with Binder and Webb, and let's see if we can get anything decent in this last wildcard race as we head back down to Spain again. Like I said in episode 1, Spain has 4 races on the calendar. Jerez, Catalunya, Aragon, which is new for last year, and the season finale in Valencia. America's up there now because America's now got 3 races a year too. Which is for Laguna Seca, but only for the MotoGP top class because the track can't handle the facilities of all 3 categories. Oh yeah, Indianapolis, which is actually the reverse version of the sports circuit, I think, for Indianapolis. It's not the full Grand Prix track, because that would be way too dangerous with that last corner. And the brand new circuit of the Americas, which you saw in Formula 1 last year for the first time. Unfortunately, the podium doesn't come with Stetson hats like they did in Formula 1, which is kind of a shame. So yeah, Valencia. As you can see here, 9 left corners, 5 right corners. One of the few tracks of the year that's actually anti-clockwise. And yeah, you know, it's a great little track, just over 4 kilometers long, and it's traditionally the season finale for MotoGP, and it's produced some classic races as a result.
Good morning from the Ricardo Tormo circuit in Valencia.
Let's wrap up this Moto3 season.
This year's Moto3 World Championship is about to get.
It's kind of weird that I'm on a slightly worse bike than I was last time around at the Sachsenring, but we'll see what we can do anyway. At least the bike looks nice, right? I like sky blue. Even if it makes me look like Man City are sponsoring this bike, which is not a good thing. Ah well. Anyway, let's get cracking. And we're going to Valencia. The bike looks nice. It's actually quite fast in this red line. Again, in this sport, it kind of pays to be aggressive, definitely. Whoa! Okay, no, there. That was a bit wild. I turned in there absolutely as hard as I could for that one. I feel sorry for my old pal Alex Iafro, who was playing through the series and playing through the keyboard. I have no idea how he was able to do that. This game, like, is built for gamepads. Don't try with a wheel, please. Because car physics and bike physics are 2 very different things. It's only going to hurt you in the long run. I promise you that. But with a pad, this game is actually fairly easy to pick up and play once you get the hang of it. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, do you have to follow MotoGP to buy this game? No, man. The game is actually really intuitive. You know, once you get the hang of it, it is really rewarding. And, once you feel the sweet spot of many of these bikes, you're growing confidence. You'll enjoy it that much more, I guarantee you. So, if you're feeling afraid, don't be. Embrace it. Even if it's a little bit out of your comfort zone, it's a really fun race. In short bursts, like, I'm not going to say sit down in front of it for 3 hours at a time or anything like that. As a game overall, it's very slow. It's about as good as a MotoGP game, I'd say. Once again, I'm getting beaten down these straights. Why? Am I that heavy? It's irritating, you know. Go round outside of Maverick Vinales. Whoa, Endo in. But I pass Alex Rins, oh my god. Alex Marquez next, brother of Mark. Rins passes me, man. That's the crazy thing about Moto3 races in real life. Like, they are so entertaining because there's so many places you can pass somebody. It is ridiculous. You can have 5 guys within a second of each other, all trying to find a way to outbrake each other. It is insane. Before you guys ask me about contact and why it's not right to barge these guys, trust me, some of the guys do that in real life too, despite the fact they're on bikes. Just ask Marc Marquez. I mean, I told you about it a little bit in episode 1, but those who don't know, at the Spanish Grand Prix at Jerez, second race of the year, Marc Marquez and Jorge Lorenzo have this race-long scrap. Lorenzo clearly is struggling on his Yamaha a little bit. And Marquez is determined to try and find the way through, including a whole range of desperate lunges into the hairpin at the start of Sector 2. You can't get him. Lorenzo is riding really well defensively, unlike in Formula 1 where defensive driving is rewarded with, not rewarded, but instead is punished with DRS passes. But despite that, Marquez was desperate for a way through. He tried one last massive lunge, going into that same hairpin and halfway through the lap. Didn't get it, but caught back up because Lorenzo's tyres were shot to bits. And he basically deliberately braked too late for the final hairpin, which ironically was just renamed the Lorenzo corner. Barged Lorenzo out of the way to pass him. Marquez knew he had no chance of making the apex of the corner. Didn't matter. Passed Lorenzo. Lorenzo had to run off wide. Luckily he didn't fall off the bike, and he finished in third while Marquez finished second. And Marquez was given a bit of a slap on the wrist and a warning of don't do that again, basically. And Lorenzo wasn't very pleased about that. Mind you, Lorenzo's always been a bit of a fairy when it comes to arguments and whatnot. He's a bit petulant. You know, him and Danny Pedrosa hated each other in the past. I remember they had a big scrap in Catalonia one time, and the King of Spain had to force him into shaking hands. It's just, I think it's a rivalry thing. You know, in Spain they have so many sporting stars, and you know, but in MotoGP they're blessed with so much amazing talent, and they're all kind of fighting for column inches. If that makes any sense. So you know, competition it brings out the best and the worst in people. Anywho, we come out of the final corner. And just like that, we're going to win our second wildcard race, which is friggin' awesome. Just like that. I'm really looking forward to the top class now. And of course, I'm going to up the difficulty to make it more challenging as well, so don't worry about that. If you thought I found those last races a little bit too easy.
Shortly to watch the celebrations on the podium.
But,
first,
yeah.
let's quickly check out the final.
There we go. Level 24 now. To the 50,000 fans. And yeah, that is the end of the wildcard part of the tournament. So no matter what happens or how you perform in the first 4 wildcard races, you will get a seat offer full time for Moto3 the following season, and then you will start the full season of 17 races, which is excellent.
Now that the tension of the race is
There's
over,
my
he
W.
can really enjoy himself as he
Fist
celebrates
pumping
victory.
to the max.
If he keeps this up, the other riders will find it very difficult to beat him.
That is a lot of fist pumping. And yeah, it looks like the video is going to be about half an hour long, and that's kind of exactly what I was aiming for, really, which is excellent. So yeah, you got 3 races in one big package. I'm aiming for 2 races a video after that, and hopefully the video length is about 20 minutes, probably a little bit less. So in the meantime, I hit the amateur level because of those 2 wins. As you can see here, they're now prompted to go to the next season. So they say, welcome back, Dre. Our first complete season in the World Championship is finally beginning. Over the winter, I've been busy meeting a few teams interested in signing you. And look at this. All of the top teams are interested. Now, I'm going to want a bike at the top of the ladder, no doubt about it, because I want to win the World Championship, no doubt about it. So do I take the team with Vinales and Carrasco, Rins and Marquez, the Estrella Galicia team, or the Red Bull KTM team? Now, because I'm a Sebastian Vettel fan, and because he drives for Red Bull, I thought, why not match the Red Bull stuff, and let's go with the Red Bull KTM team. KTM are definitely the way to go. They dominate Moto3. And I'm going to go with the Red Bull team. So Salom, Kari Rudin, and now Harrison to start Season 2. Or in this case, Season 1. You know what I mean? I don't know which one it is. I'll let you guys choose. But yeah, round 1, brand new season in Qatar. And obviously, because it's Moto3, it's a beautiful night race in Qatar. And I'm sure you guys will love that. But you've got to wait till episode 3 to see that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this marathon episode. And yeah, I will definitely catch you guys in episode 3 for the start of our first full season in the top team in Moto3. Hopefully it will be the start of a beautiful series. I've been Harrison101. Thank you very much for watching. Until then, sayonara.